All right, so just jig is up. My birthday. I hate. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't really have like. It's like I don't have any feeling towards it. That's the weirdest thing. My birthday has been the weirdest thing to me for many years. I don't understand why. I'm trying to figure out why. I'm trying to find the words. I'm trying to find the context. I thought I hid it from Facebook. Like I thought it was hidden. It might be hidden. I don't know. It might be hidden. I don't think my birthday is like a thing. Like it's like weird to me. Like I woke up today and I'm thinking about what I got to do tomorrow. I don't think about it. I don't think about it and I don't know why. And I don't necessarily know why. I imagine in the coming days I will find the context to understand why. I don't remember caring much about my birthday. I just knew that I probably shouldn't work on my birthday, so I don't. But then still, I'm like, what time do I have to wake up tomorrow? When's my first client? And I'm like, I don't because it's my birthday. And I'm like, that's weird. I don't really know why I don't care about my birthday, but I don't. And I don't really have like a strong stance on it either. Even though I'm making the video, it seems like I have a strong stance on it. No, I'm making the video to say that like I don't think about it. It's weird. I don't think about it. Dude, in years past, it's like a birthday is like a reason for your family to get together. Well, my grandfather died in 2008, and after my grandfather died, it was like the family just kind of like went silent and like it used to be like a reason for celebration, but it's like I don't know, it's interesting because he was such a smart genius man and like when he died, it was like my great grandparents were such a pinnacle familial point in our family. And when my great grandparents died, it was almost like something weird happened that we didn't see happening. But like as time goes on and you're reflecting back, you're like families like divide themselves after some pinnacle person in the family dies. And this was way back in 2008. So it's like since 2008, it's like crickets, virtual crickets. And maybe that is because there's so much, I don't know, divisiveness. But in the irony of the divisiveness, we've come back together to find out that like we're all pretty much on the same page about everything. And isn't that interesting? Like, my whole family is like nice, normal people. Like, I came out as the black sheep, as like this, like, outlandish extremist personality in a sense. But the irony is, as time goes on, it's like we're all virtually the same. We're like the same people. But it took like 20 years of like cold, silent, like when your family is left with no matriarch or no patriarch, things get weird. Like every family needs a matriarch and or a patriarch. And when the great grandparents died, that was like one matriarch and patriarch dying. So then it became my grandparents. But then soon after my grandpa died and my grandmother was left by herself and that was like too much for her to take on. So she didn't take it on. And then my mother didn't take it on because she felt like the pressure of society was too great. So she didn't take it on. So the family doesn't have any matriarch or any patriarch. And there's like this slow disintegrating relationship of the family. And then we had a wedding and we all come together and it's like we're all pretty freaking similar. Why did, you don't wonder why. You don't wonder why because you've seen the phenomenon of what happens when the matriarch or the patriarch dies. You see what happens. What happens when a matriarch or a patriarch of the family dies and no one takes that baton? It gets pretty distant. Like you get pretty distant. There's like a long period of time where you don't see each other. And maybe that's part of the reason why I don't necessarily like love my birthday is because it's like mirroring the attitude of the family since it had kind of went all their different ways, all their different ways. But in the same sense, like, it kind of irritates me that, like, nobody knows Jesus's real birthday. Like, when is Jesus's birthday? Like, why would I glorify my birthday when the birthday of Jesus Christ no one actually knows? We think it's like December 25th. We don't actually know. We don't actually know. Does anyone actually know when Jesus's birthday is? Like, why would I glorify myself for one day because I was born into a limbo? I was a kid, I was suicidal as a baby. I'm not even joking, like, I'm not exaggerating. I was a suicidal baby. My first thoughts were like, "How can I get out of here?" My first thoughts were like, "How the frick can I get out of here? How can I configure my situation to get out of here?" And then when I was 10 years old, I saw on TV that if you take a bunch of pills, you can get out of here. So I did. I took a bunch of pills and I was like thinking I could just take a bunch of pills, go to sleep, and get out of here. Didn't work out. Didn't work out for me. My mom was like, "Where are all my pills?" And I was like, "Well, I took them." And she's like, "Well, why did you take them?" And I was like, "Well, I saw on TV that if you take a bunch of pills, you might not wake up." So there was a comedian recently, she was like, also committed suicide around the same age, and she's like, "Anyone else?" And I'm like, "Yup, right here." Like, we've committed suicide around the same age. As soon as you found out what suicide was, you were like, "I'm on board for this, dude. This sounds great, dude." With your limited world, you're like, "This sounds great, dude. I'm out of here. We're out of here, dude." And we're still here. Still here. I'm still here. We're still here. Dang, it's not that easy. I don't remember, like, my birthdays were fine, but it's funny, it's like, I don't care. I don't care. I wish it wasn't a thing. I wish people didn't know. Why? I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out why, and I probably will figure out why. I will probably find the words and the context to understand why at 35 years old. I guess I'm turning 36. I never really cared about my birthday. But I will tell you, when I was younger, I remember looking at my elders at 36 and thinking, that is the best age. 36 is the best age. I can't wait to be 36. I feel like 36 is a great age. But I still don't really want to celebrate my birthday. And I wish that nobody knew about it, dude. I wish nobody knew about it. In fact, maybe it's meant to be, maybe it's meant to be intimate with your family, with your mom, your dad, and your brother, and your like family. I don't know. Did Facebook do something weird where like it became like this thing where you're like everyone has to know your birthday? Because growing up, it was just my mom, my dad, and my brother and my immediate family. Is it weird that now everyone needs to know your birthday? I don't know. I don't know. Is it weird? I don't know. Do I feel weird about it? Not really. I don't feel weird about it if someone wishes me a happy birthday that I just like split a blunt with in 2015. I don't think that's weird, but it's weird to me that I don't care about my birthday. Riley says, "This world just feels weird." Prince didn't either. He said, kept him youthful, ignoring age. And it's not even about age. Like I actually feel like I'm 36. Like even though I'm not married with kids, like I have done like a pretty good amount of life. Like I live my life as a freaking living it. Like I did it, dude. I did it. I'm good. Like we're good. Back when I had Facebook, I said deactivate my profile on my birthday. Oh, that's interesting. Like you understand too. Yeah, it has nothing to do with getting older because I do look at myself in the mirror and I say, like, I've 100% aged the way that I would have aged. Like women are, like, doctors are saying that women have an unusual amount of cortisol, which is stress. Women have an unusual amount of stress that is giving them belly fat. And it's because, and like some psychologists are wondering if it's because we no longer have the protection of men. Like men have just gone after the porn and the money and the nonsense. So, like, women are living in a reality where, like, we don't have the protection of men anymore, and I'm not complaining. It's a phenomenon. So, they say that women have an unusually high amount of cortisol, which is sending us into premenopause. Like, I'm only 35, but I'm like beginning the stages of menopause, which is unusual in general, but it's usual in a world where women are so stressed out because we have acclimated to an environment where we have to be both the man and the woman. And these men are like not really being masculine. They're lukewarm, they're double minded. So, like, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, it's weird to me that we're aging faster because men are being ridiculous. They're watching porn and eating McDonald's instead of like being normal men, like instead of accepting partnerships from women. So I'm not complaining, but like this is definitely a phenomenon. And it's like if anyone were to say, like, oh, you're aging fast and that's somehow a problem, I would say, well, I'm just like a product of my environment. I'm just a product of my environment. If like I'm gaining an unusual amount of weight, but I've lost, but at the same time, it's like I had to figure out how to lose it because I was gaining it so fast. But I was dating a narcissist, dating a double minded man. And people are equating this to we used to have men as our protection and we don't anymore. So we're used to an environment where it's just us and ourselves and God, but it's naturally stressful because men are not normal. They're fucked up, they're weird, they're crazy, they're double minded, right? They're normal around you, but they're not normal when they go around other people. And I'm not complaining, I'm just finding context to the situation. So there is this like fascinating study of like why are women aging faster and they're going into premenopause sooner than they should and they're gaining weight because of cortisol sooner than they should. And they're linking it to like experts are linking it to the attitudes of men and women. And I'm not like complaining, I'm not man shaming. I'm just like these dudes are just on their journey. They got to figure it out. Um but this is definitely a thing that like I've had to work through. It's yeah, obviously I have PTSD about locking my keys in my door. I almost ruined my last car because I was like, I'm so sick of relying on myself. I was trying to get into my car myself instead of calling a locksmith. I was like, I'm so goddamn sick of just relying on myself that I almost ruined my last car just by getting the keys out myself because I'm so fucking sick of like doing everything myself. And with my new car, I ran out of gas because my gas gauge was like broken, and like I'm finding out it's broken by running out of gas. So I run out of gas and I am literally like in the street, like in my car in the street, and I just start crying. And I just start crying, crying, crying. And I'm 35 years old, and my first instinct is to call my dad. That's sad. And I think my dad empathizes that, like, anytime shit hits the fan for me, it's like I'm 35 years old and I still have to call the man who brought me into this world. And what's he gonna do? He's just gonna tell me what I could have figured out on my own if I didn't go into PTSD. But I go into PTSD because I'm all I have. I'm all I have. So it's like the car runs out of gas and I'm just sitting there like just fucking bawling my eyes out because I'm all I have. And that's all I've known in my adult life. And then, some angel of a man pulled up behind me and like he comes and like knocks on the window. I roll it down and he's like, "Hey, let's like get you off the road." And he's like, "Hey, like call a tow truck." And I'm like, "Okay, like yeah, that would be the obvious thing to do." But in my paralyzation, I'm just like, I'm just done, right? Like in my paralyzation, I'm just like, I'm just done. I'm just done with whatever. And people are like, "Oh, you're stupid for running out of gas." Fuck you, you gay fucking weirdo. Like, all these gay dudes are like, "You're just stupid for running out of gas." And I'm like, "You're a gay dude. You're a gay man. What the fuck is wrong with you?" But, it's no wonder that all these women are going into menopause early because they're so stressed out that, like, men are not normal. They're not normal. They're not regular, dude. And I'm not complaining because in the crossfires, they're at least figuring out that, like, these other women have been very predatory towards us for so long. These other women that are not like us, there are two species of women. There's another female out there that is very predatory towards us. And we have had to deal with this other predatory female basically sitting like squids on the heads of men who could be potential helpers for so long. And it's like they're now finding out these other women are dark and demonic. I mean, watch Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix. It was like this demonic woman was so jealous of this other dude's new girlfriend that she literally killed her, took her identity, and was like harassing him based on pretending it was her when she had been dead for who knows how long. Like, these other women are super fucking crazy. Like, they're not normal, dude. They're not normal. They're like stealing our helpers from us. And we're not complaining about it, but it's like we've been living in a world with double-minded men and we're aging faster, and no one can say like, "Oh, you're age," but like we find ways to counterbalance it. I don't love my birthday. I don't love it. I don't love it not because I'm getting older. I don't give a shit, dude. Every wrinkle on my face is 100% earned. But I don't love it. I like, when is Jesus's birthday? Like, when is it? Like, who gives a fuck about my birthday when no one knows who Jesus's birthday is? Dude, who gives a fuck about my birthday when no one knows who Jesus's birthday is? Don't care. Don't care. It's not sad, it's normal, right? Like, I'm not mad about it because I'm understanding it. Oh, Tim, good to see you. Kumi boo. That's right, Rage. Kumi boo. It's like I'm not sad because we're finding the context. I'm not mad about it because we're finding the context. We're finding the context to all of this. Like, love is health. Love is health. Love and health are synonymous. I think I made my point. All right. We'll check you later. Have a good night. Talk to you again really soon.